is it the beginning of the end for some of America's favorite fast food spots? The countdown to 2026 is ticking, and for a few of these iconic chains, the future looks grim. The fast food industry is in chaos right now, shuttering locations left and right, franchise owners calling it quits, and financial reports spelling disaster for brands that once reigned supreme. Rising inflation, cutthroat competition, and poor decisions have pushed several fast food giants to the brink. We're talking about legendary names, household favorites, now struggling to keep up in a market where every penny and every customer counts. For some, bankruptcy is already in motion. For others, store closures are accelerating, and franchisees are clashing with corporate leaders over policies that just aren't working. Skyrocketing costs of food and labor are wreaking havoc on the industry, squeezing already razor-thin profit margins. Remember those $5 meal deals? They're disappearing faster than these brands can turn a profit. While the big players like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's keep up the fight for dominance, smaller chains and even a few shocking industry favorites are being left behind. Some are trying to claw their way back with last-minute menu experiments and aggressive rebranding, but will those desperate moves actually pay off? Or are we watching the slow, inevitable collapse of once great chains that will soon be nothing more than neon-lit nostalgia? This isn't just speculation. We've got the data, insider reports, and cold, hard numbers to back it up. Some fast food chains are already in freefall, and others next in line. If your favorite spot makes this list, you might want to savor it while you can, because these names might not make it to 2026. Stay tuned as we break down 5 fast food chains on the verge of disappearing forever. 5. Checkers and Rally's. Checkers and Rally's, the iconic fast food chain celebrated for its drive-through convenience and those famously seasoned fries, might not be around much longer. Despite its unique dual-name brand identity, the chain is facing challenges so steep that experts believe it could vanish by 2026. Once a powerhouse thanks to its smaller footprints and focus on drive-through service, the very things that set the brand apart are now holding it back in a rapidly changing fast food landscape. The trouble began when the industry shifted toward curbside pickup and digital ordering, areas where Checkers and Rally's struggled to keep up. While they launched third-party delivery services in 2021 to offset dine-in losses, it was far from smooth sailing. Many locations were hit with staffing shortages and inadequate kitchen capacities, leading to missed orders and frustrated customers. By 2023, things took a grimmer turn when around 30 underperforming restaurants quietly shut down. While the closures initially went unnoticed, they were a red flag signaling deeper issues brewing below the surface. Desperate to stay afloat, the brand rolled out aggressive marketing campaigns featuring $1 deals and limited-time combo offers. Unfortunately, these promotions did more harm than good, eating into already razor-thin profit margins without building true customer loyalty. And it wasn't just the finances taking a hit. Staffing shortages forced some outlets to cut operating hours, leaving loyal customers no choice but to turn to more reliable alternatives like McDonald's and Wendy's. Another issue? Economic challenges. Checkers and Rally's traditionally caters to lower-income neighborhoods, a demographic hit hard by the post-pandemic economy. Tightened budgets mean less money for fast food. Even longtime fans willing to make the drive for their seasoned fries found themselves opting for cheaper at-home meals or meal kits. The brand's inability to resonate with modern trends has only worsened its predicament. Its once bold black-and-white checkerboard design, while retro, now feels out of touch in an era where sleek, Instagram-widely interiors dominate. Attempts to reignite interest with new menu items like garlic butter burgers and funnel cake fries generated initial excitement, but faded away quickly. Worse yet, franchisees are increasingly nervous as sales numbers take a nosedive. Reports revealed a concerning 12% drop in system-wide sales in 2024 alone. Checkers and Rally's has teased a potential comeback strategy, with promises of revamped store designs and high-tech digital order boards. But so far, progress has been sluggish. The slow rollout raises questions about whether these changes will happen in time to reverse the brand's fortunes. Without swift action, it's not just a risk, it's a countdown to irrelevance for this once-beloved fast food staple. Will Checkers and Rally's find a way to adapt, or will 2026 mark the end of the road? The clock is ticking. 4. Burger King. Burger King, once an undisputed leader in the fast food world, is now at a critical crossroads. Known for its flame-grilled Whoppers and iconic mascot, the King, this legendary chain could be in serious trouble. Reports and rumors in the industry suggest that Burger King is inching closer to fading away completely, possibly as soon as 2026. Shocking, right? Let's break down how the once mighty King's crown is slipping. For decades, Burger King's sprawling global presence was a symbol of success, but now it's their Achilles heel. Real estate costs are soaring, local regulations are tightening, and keeping thousands of locations modernized has become a monumental task. Add to that, Burger King's performance in the U.S. is faltering. The situation became more grim in 2024 when the chain closed a record number of U.S. restaurants. If that doesn't send a warning signal, their stagnating sales numbers will. What's the main issue? Competition. Rivals like McDonald's and Wendy's have not only snatched up market share, but have far outpaced Burger King in innovation. From irresistible new menu items to seamless digital ordering systems, these competitors are leaving the king in the dust. While Burger King has attempted to fight back with rebranding efforts, the streamlined menu, and offerings like the Impossible Whopper, those moves have barely scratched the surface of their problem. Customers are still flocking elsewhere, and social media buzz about Burger King has been less than flattering. Then there's the internal turmoil. Franchisees, the backbone of the brand, are frustrated. The Burger King of Tomorrow initiative demanded expensive restaurant overhauls, including modern interiors and high-tech menu boards, but many franchise operators have struggled to see any return on these investments. With some walking away entirely, over a dozen major operators left the Burger King system in 2025 alone. Franchisees also claim corporate's marketing strategies lack the flash and creativity they see from competitors, leading to less brand engagement and disappointing sales. Internal pressures are compounded by external labor struggles which affect everyone in the fast food industry but hit a franchise juggernaut like Burger King harder. Staff shortages, rising wages, and turnover have spilled into the customer experience. Complaints of slow service, order errors, and underwilling visits have flooded social media, further tarnishing the brand's image. If that weren't enough, inconsistent quality across locations makes it harder to retain customer loyalty. Sure, there have been whispers of hope, promises of AI-powered drive-thrus and other tech upgrades, but can these flashy innovations really solve deep-rooted issues? Analysts are skeptical. At this point, nothing short of a complete transformation can prevent the king from being dethroned for good. It's clear that time is running out. With mounting pressures from every angle, financial, operational, and competitive, Burger King might not just lose its crown, it could vanish entirely by 2026. Is this the end for the king? Only time will tell, but things aren't looking good. 3. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has been a late-night hero for decades, serving up tacos, burgers, and breakfast combos at all hours. But its future is hanging by a thread, and some experts believe this fast food favorite might not make it past 2026. What's going wrong for a brand that once thrived on its quirky charm and menu variety? Buckle up. This story is a cautionary tale of how things can go south, fast. The biggest issue? Rising costs. The brand's menu is famously all over the place, offering everything from egg rolls to milkshakes. But that variety comes with a price. Inflation has sent ingredient costs soaring, and trying to juggle such a diverse menu has created costly supply chain nightmares. Jack in the Box finds itself stuck between a rock and a hard place. Keep the variety its fans love, or simplify and risk losing its identity. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The chain tried to ride the wave of digital innovation with ghost kitchens and virtual brands, but it wasn't ready for the flood of online orders. Delivery delays and order mix-ups turned enthusiasm into frustration, with customers jumping ship to competitors. To make matters worse, Jack's once loyal franchisees are fuming. Complaints about high fees and a lack of corporate support hit a boiling point in 2023, leading to lawsuits and several franchisees abandoning the brand altogether. With locations vanishing in key regions, the cracks in the foundation are becoming impossible to ignore. And the menu experiments? They flopped. Attempts to cater to health-conscious diners with salad bowls and grilled options felt out of sync with what Jack in the Box is known for. Big, indulgent eats. Loyal fans wanted greasy tacos and loaded burgers, not a light lunch. Add in higher menu prices thanks to those rising costs, and even die-hard night owls started looking elsewhere. Late-night budget seekers flocked to rivals like Taco Bell, where deals were cheaper and options were more reliable. With all these challenges stacking up, the financials paint a grim picture. Same-store sales plummeted by nearly 8% in 2024, and debt levels continued to climb. While Jack in the Box announced a Save the Brand strategy in 2025 featuring store remodels and more focus on digital services, critics say it's a case of too little, too late. Unless a miracle turnaround happens soon, Jack in the Box might find itself closing up shop forever, leaving late-night food lovers mourning the loss of their taco and burger sanctuary. Could 2026 be the end of the line? It's starting to look that way. Stay tuned as we reveal which chains could be next. 2. Crystal. Once a beloved staple of the South, Crystal could soon fade into fast food history if things don't turn around, and fast. Known for its iconic square sliders and unmistakable steamed onions, this chain has been serving up Southern comfort food since 1932. But even a legacy spanning nearly a century isn't enough to shield Crystal from collapse. Experts warn that if drastic changes aren't made, the storied franchise might not survive beyond 2026. Crystal's downfall has been a long time coming. Back in 2020, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, weighed down by over $100 million in debt. While a change in ownership temporarily breathed new life into the brand, many of its core problems remained unresolved. For one, the competition has only grown fiercer. Heavy hitters like Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and Popeyes dominate the same southeastern market where Crystal once thrived, making it harder for the chain to carve out its space. Labor shortages have been another battle Crystal just can't seem to win. Frustrated franchise owners report that they're struggling to hold on to staff, with many employees leaving after just a few months. Lower than market wages, cramped kitchen conditions, and a demanding work environment all add up to high turnover. To make matters worse, many locations have been forced to slash their hours, leaving midnight snackers disappointed when they pull into a dark parking lot expecting a bite. The supply chain issues that have plagued the industry as a whole hit Crystal particularly hard. Out-of-stock menu staples like buns and signature condiments have frustrated customers and amplified the company's image problem. Social media is flooded with complaints from fans lamenting missing items and inconsistent service, problems that the brand can't seem to fix. Although Crystal attempted to polish its image with flashy remodels and modern upgrades like digital menu boards, the effort was uneven. Some franchisees couldn't afford the costly updates, further dividing the brand's identity. Crystal has tried to entice younger audiences with new offerings like spicy chicken sliders, but these products have been largely overshadowed by rival chains' dominating ad campaigns and more robust marketing budgets. Meanwhile, the elephant in the room remains the company's crushing debt. Despite closing several failing locations in 2024, Crystal's financial woes only seem to escalate. Slim margins mean there's no cushion to absorb shocks, whether it's spiking ingredient costs or a slowing economy. Without a bold plan to revamp its strategy and reconnect with its loyal Southern fanbase, Crystal could soon close its doors for good. The iconic sliders that once defined late-night cravings across the South might become nothing more than a memory. Time is running out for this historic chain, and unless something changes soon, Crystal could be the next big fast food name to disappear. 1. McDonald's. Could McDonald's, the behemoth of fast food, really be on the brink of collapse? It might sound impossible, but recent challenges suggest that even the Golden Arches may not be untouchable. The iconic chain that brought us Happy Meals and Big Macs is facing mounting pressure from all sides. So much so that it could potentially lose its dominance. Or worse, vanish entirely by 2026. The reasons behind this shocking possibility are as grim as they are urgent. First, let's talk numbers. While McDonald's still boasts an unmatched global footprint, certain key markets have reported alarming declines in sales. Inflation has spiked the cost of ingredients, making it harder for McDonald's to deliver the affordable meals it's known for. A Big Mac and fries, once an easy bargain, now feel like a splurge for many. This price creep has left loyal customers hesitant to spend, all while fast casual restaurants and trendy rivals eat into McDonald's market share. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Consumer habits are shifting toward healthier and plant-based diets, leaving McDonald's scrambling to keep up. Competitors like Burger King capitalized on this trend with bold moves, such as the Impossible Whopper. McDonald's, meanwhile, released the McPlant burger in limited test markets, only for it to fall flat with lukewarm reviews and far less buzz than expected. Simply put, they're losing the race to a meat-free future. McDonald's hasn't been sitting idle, though. They've invested billions in overhauls, introducing self-order kiosks, sleek interiors, and digital upgrades under their Experience of the Future initiative. But these flashy renovations don't come cheap. Franchise owners have pushed back hard, citing skyrocketing costs and questioning whether the upgrades actually increase sales or merely offer a short-lived novelty for customers. And that's not all. McDonald's also faces an ongoing public relations nightmare. From lawsuits alleging poor working conditions to headlines about labor violations, the brand's reputation has taken hit after hit. Social media-savvy millennials and Gen Z have started to view the company as outdated and unethical, a troubling perception for a brand that relies on family-centric marketing. At the same time, activists are zeroing in on McDonald's environmental sustainability issues. Efforts to replace plastics with paper straws and recyclable packaging have been plagued by failures, sparking backlash. The ripple effect from these challenges is enormous. Franchisees are being squeezed with higher operational costs, while customers are alienated by price hikes and shrinking menu options. The question is no longer whether McDonald's can grow, but whether it can even survive. One too many wrong moves could dim those golden arches forever. If McDonald's can't evolve fast enough, it may become one of the most shocking fast food collapses in history. Could it really happen by 2026? Stick around as we explore the next fast food chains that might follow suit. And there you have it. 5 fast food chains that could vanish before 2026. Some are on life support, others are already on the brink, and a few, they might be lost causes. Which ones do you think stand a chance of turning it around? Or is it game over? Tell us in the comments, have you seen locations closing near you? Which of these chains will you miss the most? We're dying to know what you think. If this video gave you something to chew on, smash that like button. It helps more people discover these surprising industry insights. Don't forget to subscribe. Our channel is your front row seat for deep dives into fast food secrets, survival battles, and jaw-dropping food trends you won't find anywhere else. Hit the notification bell too. Trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The clock's ticking on these chains. Stay tuned, stay informed, and savor the moments while they last. See you in the next video.